Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Raleigh Board of Selectmen, January 7th meeting of 2013. I'll call the meeting order and remind everyone that this meeting is being videotaped and audio taped. First on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance, and Mary Murphy, our school committee member, is here with us. And Mary, will you lead us on the pledge? Thank you.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mary. And 7 p.m. and the first appointment is with Mary Murphy. So, Mary, I'm going to turn it over to you.
I have something here that was a map of the Triton district that was created by students at the high school in consultation with a number of people. They contacted I think they contacted you, Bob, at some point, trying to make things as accurate as possible. And this is something to just unite, a map to unite the district and show people about the towns that are in the district. And we wanted to present one to the town of Raleigh for
very nice.
use in the town hall.
Mary, thank you so much. You get that on camera, Nate? Okay.
There's one in each of the schools right now, and we're giving them to each of the town halls as well.
Nate, can you zoom in on that?
Nice
Let me
job
see.
on it.
Yeah.
Or maybe zoom back a little bit. How nice. That is really nice.
Get just a spot to put it.
Leave it at the town historian, who always knows his spot to play.
Yeah.
Mary, that's really nice. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mary.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
No, thank you.
Thank you.
students did a
Thank you.
great job on that. I like
Oh,
that.
they did. They spent a lot of time on it,
Yeah.
and working with the
Okay.
art teacher as well.
Great.
It was a great project for them.
Bob, I'm going to present this to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
There's plastic
over here
over
for
there to
safekeeping?
keep it in, to keep
Oh,
it
okay.
dust-free for a while.
And Mary, thank you so much.
Okay,
And,
thank you. And
Thank you.
we'll be seeing you at budget meetings, I hope.
Oh, yes, oh, yes. We'll be there.
Take care.
Can't keep us away, you know.
Yeah. We wouldn't try.
Mary, thank you
Good
again.
night. Thank you.
Oh, can we, Frank, can you open that door? Thank you.
Just like it. There you go.
There we go. We send a thank you letter up to the school.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep. Mel will make a motion that we send a thank you letter to the Triton students in the art department for the presentation that Mary made tonight.
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
So be it. Okay. Oh, nice. That's really.
It is nice.
Yeah, very nice. Nice put together.
Bob, what were you thinking?
Right in the hallway there.
Okay.
A lot of people that come in through the handicap ramp, and it's a nice place to display things like that.
Okay, that sounds good. Excellent. Okay. It is about almost 7:05, and from 7:05 until 7:15 will be Citizens Query, and we'll open up in about 30 seconds. Okay, and we'll move on. So if anybody has any questions in the audience, this, again, Citizen Query, open now until 7:15. We have a few things on the agenda tonight. We have a public hearing at 7:15, illuminated signs, special permit application from Peachway, 7:30, an appointment with Bill Pierce to discuss Class 2 dealer's license application, 7:45, public hearing. Liquor license application submitted by Eric Prince. And let me see, that's it. We've got a few other things on the agenda tonight. So moving on, why don't we go into general business number 1. Okay, general business number 1. 2013 IRS mileage reimbursement rate. The Internal Revenue Service has issued a notice stating that the mileage reimbursement rate for a business purpose has increased effective January 1st, 2013 from 0.565 to up from 0.555. So 55 and a half, from 55 and a half cents up to 56 and a half cents. Board of Selectmen needs to vote to accept the new IRS mileage reimbursement rate effective January 1st. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the mileage from 55.5 cents to 56.5 cents.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to new business. A letter from Triton School Committee, reference to Triton budget development. Letter from the Triton School Committee, reference to Triton budget development. Chairman Robert Snow has received the attached letter from Dina Sullivan, chairperson of Triton Regional School District, and Robin Williams, chairperson of the Triton Finance Subcommittee. Chairman Snow will read the letter into the record. The school committee is holding a series of budget presentations starting on the evenings of January 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th, with a workshop on Saturday, January 26th. Chairman Snow said it will be difficult for town officials to attend all these meetings with other meeting commitments, including next week's Selectmen's meeting. In response to the letter, Chairman Snow suggests that the town of Raleigh once again put forward a revenue sharing formula, such as having the town and the school splitting the annual estimated new growth. We are still in the process of working out estimated revenues for the town and base and state aid revenues estimated on governor's budget, which won't be released until the end of January. Chairman Snow said he would like to know if the Triton School Committee enacted health care changes for employees and retirees in fiscal 2013. The town worked with employees and unions to change to a tier-based system, which is in line with the plans offered under the GIC. The governor is requesting that cities and towns, school districts either join the GIC or switch to health insurance plans that are compatible to GIC benchmark plans. What has Triton done to cut healthcare costs? We need to know what school committee has done to reduce the overall healthcare cost. Employees are shouldering more of the cost of the healthcare than school employees. Does the board wish to communicate these issues in response to the letter? And I'll read into the record. Dear Chairman Snow, the purpose of this correspondence is to provide information and clarification on Triton Regional School District's budget development process. We are continuing striving to improve the lines of communications with the member towns and communities at large. As such, we hope the town officials are able to be active participants in the process to ensure there is a thorough understanding of reasoning and rationale behind the decisions made. The formal process begins on January 14th, when we begin a school presentation from the building principals and program administrators. However, these presentations are the end of a year-long effort of the school councils to assess and plan for the needs of each school. Each principal makes presentations of the school improvement plan, along with a budget request that is specifically targeted towards meeting the needs identified by the school council. As you are aware, the school council is comprised of school administration, teachers, parents, and community members, and is charged with advising the principal on needs of the school. All proposed budgets are the results of careful deliberation by school council as a whole. These presentations are open to the public, and are the basis on which we make budget proposals. We would like to informally invite you and other town officials to be present for any of or all of these presentations as time would allow. While the time commitment is significant, You will walk away with a very clear understanding of the needs identified by those involved in the most invested at the local school level. These presentations will be held on the evenings of January 14th, 15th, and 17th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the high school library. Each school area will be scheduled for a 40-minute presentation window. Following the presentation, all requests and proposals will be summarized and provided to the school committee for our Saturday budget workshop scheduled for Saturday, January 28th, 2013 at 8 a.m. The focus of these meetings will be to review the budget, expected fixed cost increases, known cost avoidance, and all new requests to derive the assumption for the FY14 budget. By the close of the meeting, the administrative team will receive guidance from the committee on spending targets and prioritize areas of need. The information will be used to set the tentative budget scheduled for a vote on Wednesday, February 13th. Attached, please find a full budget development schedule. It would be most helpful if you could provide the Triton School Committee with written guidance regarding the town of Raleigh's anticipated ability to fund any increase in fixed cost or improvement efforts. If we have this document in hand by January 26, 2013, Saturday morning workshop will be able to the most accurately reflect the town's abilities in our budget proposal. Thank you for your attention. We look forward to your involvement in the Triton's FY14 budget development. Respectfully, Dina Sullivan, Chair, Triton School Committee. Also signed, Robin Williams, Chairperson, Triton Finance Subcommittee. Okay, and as you can see on the next page, gentlemen, that is, again, talking about the school committee budget presentations. Again, Monday, the 14th of January, Tuesday, the 15th, Wednesday, the 16th, Thursday, the 17th. All budget presentations start at 6 p.m. And then moving forward on Saturday, 1/26, the school committee budget workshop starting at 8 a.m. And then Wednesday, the 6th of February, budget review starting at 7 p.m. Wednesday, the 13th of February, tentative budget. Wednesday, the 27th of February, school committee budget public hearing at 7 p.m. And then Thursday, the 28th of February, school committee tentative budget to the towns. Wednesday, on 13th of March, school committee budget approval, 7 p.m. And then Friday, the 15th, final budget to the towns. Any comments from the board? Any thoughts from the board?
Well, this is kind of putting us in a somewhat of a tight spot where we don't have our estimates in yet. As far as filling out the application that they're looking for, I would suggest we be conservative with that, so we don't overcommit.
I mean, we really don't. We don't know what.
We don't even have the free cash as of right now that I know of.
No.
So it's gonna be kind of difficult.
Stu, anything?
No, I would like, except that I would like to get together with Salisbury and Newbury one of these evenings, the boards.
A tri-town meeting
Yes,
like we had before.
talk it over.
I think that's a good idea. I've been in contact with the chairman of both boards, and they're going to go before their board and ask for some dates. So, well, we could sit down and talk together. So, maybe we can meet upstairs again like we did before. So that sounds good. Good idea. Do we want to give me the authority to set up a date? Go forward.
Certainly.
your communications.
I'll make a motion that, we have, Chairman Snow set up a date with Newbury and Salisbury Selectmen for a joint meeting.
Have a motion?
Second that.
Have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I hear the budgets year after year, but I would like to see Triton come up in the standards. They're around 81. Ipswich is 40 odd. Newburyport's 40 odd.
You're talking about
Uh,
the ranking of the school?
In rankings
Yeah.
out of 130 odd schools.
Hmm. Yeah, I think, going forward, looking at January, especially the 14th, 15th, 16th, that's gonna be very tough. I mean, 14th we meet, Newbury meets on Tuesday for their board meetings. And I think Salisbury is also Monday nights. So that takes two of the towns, out. And unfortunately, Joe's not with us tonight, and he's our liaison with the schools. So why don't we send a letter up to the two towns, okay, requesting a tri-town meeting. How's that?
Fine with me.
Okay, well, and to go along with my interfacing with the chairman of the two boards. Okay. Do I have a motion from the board to send a letter up to both Newbury and Salisbury requesting a tri-town meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Okay, moving on.
It's 7:15.
7:15. And let me just cross this off, otherwise I'll go. Okay. Okay, we have a public hearing. Illuminated sign permit application Peach Wave. Read the public hearing notice. Legal ad, Town of Raleigh, Raleigh Board of Selectmen permit illuminated sign. Raleigh Board of Selectmen shall hold a public hearing Monday, January 7th, 2013 at 7:15 in the Raleigh Town Hall, 139 Main Street, on the application by Dean Drinkwater of Peachway Self-Service Frozen Yogurt for a permit under Section 8.6 illuminated signs of the Raleigh Protective Zoning Bylaws for externally lit sign at 141 Newburyport Turnpike, also identified as Parcel 16 on Raleigh Assessors Map 14 in the Retail District. Any person interested or wishing to comment should attend this hearing. Selectmen will accept written comments. Raleigh Board of Selectmen, Robert Snow, Chairman. Mr. Drinkwater.
Yes, sir.
Come on forward.
You got it.
We reserved the seat for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. With that, I'm gonna ask you, well, I have to open a public hearing, correct?
We need to vote to open the hearing, yes.
Do I have a motion to
I'll
open
make a
public?
motion that we open the public hearing for the lemonade sign special permit application.
I have a motion, do I?
Second.
I have a second. All those, we need a roll call vote, or just a regular vote? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And just as a side statement, the public hearing notice was published on December 5th, 11th,
Yes.
and December 12th, the 18th edition of the Town Common newspaper.
Thanks, Bob. Okay, I call Mr. Drinkwater of Peachway Self-Service Frozen Yogurt to come forward to discuss the application. After the board, has the board reviewed the application? Okay. Let me go forward here. Those are the two. Okay, I'll read the application from Frank Jarney, Limited Lighting Bylaw Enforcement Agent. Reference to special permit application internally illuminated sign Peachway Frozen Yogurt. After review of the application submitted by Peachway Frozen Yogurt, I would like to offer the following comments in reference to the compliance with Section 8.6 outdoor illumination standards, including standards for illuminated signs of the Town of Raleigh Protective Zoning Bylaws. By drawing of the proposed sign and description provided in the application, it appears that the sign is composed of 3 sections, which is similar design to the internally illuminated UPS store sign next door. It is not the standard box sign with the lettering in background. However, the sign does appear to comply with Section 8.6.5.7 of the bylaw. The Peachway portion of the sign consists of the opaque peach-colored letters, which is allowed. The self-serve frozen yogurt portion of the sign consists of a non-white translucent background color and lighter white opaque lettering, which is allowed. The peach logo consists of a translucent white and red colored graphic, which appears to be allowed. The application states that the intensity of the illumination will be 31 candle per foot, which is in compliance with Section 8.6.5.8 of the bylaw for mounting building signs in the shopping area or setting. 3. The application states that the sign will be on from the dusk to the close, which is in compliance with Section 8.6.5.2 of the bylaw. 4. There are no flashing, animated, or moving components of the sign as stated in the application and shown on the drawing, which is in compliance with Section 8.6.5.9 of the bylaw. And this is what the Peachway sign will look like, I take it?
Yep.
So, okay. I'll just hold it up so, Nat, can you zoom in on that, you think? There we go. So that's basically.
Yes.
So, okay. Okay, thank you, Nick. Okay, memo from the building inspector. Dear members, I have reviewed the application for the Peachway internally lighted sign. In several places, the applicant stated that the sign will not exceed 10 square feet, which is allowed by our zoning bylaws. If it does in fact exceed 10 square feet, a variance is needed from the ZBA, respectively, Ken Ward, building inspector. Moving on to Police Chief Barker. I am received and reviewed the application for the illuminated sign for Peachway Frozen Yogurt and have no objections or comments on the proposal. Moving on, memo from the Planning Board. This is at the request of the Board of Selectmen. The Planning Board reviewed the illuminated sign special permit application for an illuminated wall sign at 141 Newburyport Turnpike submitted by Peachway by Dean Drinkwater. Members respectfully submit the following comments on an above noted application to the Selectmen. Please note that the Board's comments refer only to the proposed signs compliance with Section 8.6.5 standards pertaining to illuminated signs. The Board assumes that the proposed signs conformance to Section 8.4 signs, size, numbers of signs, locations, etc. will be reviewed by the building inspector. At the Planning Board's December 19, 2012 meeting, members reviewed the 16-page application submitted by Mr. Drinkwater for a special permit for an illuminated sign. The Planning Board felt that the information contained in the application packet regards to the size and type of the sign was both unclear and incomplete. However, if the sign is to be composed of individually illuminated letters and logo, the board feels that this type of sign is similar to the illuminated box sign with dark or opaque background, which is allowed under section 8.6.5.7. Therefore, the planning board recommends that the selectmen approve the proposed illumination of the sign. The board does not suggest that the selectmen ask for clarification on the size of the sign so that the building inspector has the necessary information to make an informed decision. The board also recommends that the selectmen and/or the building inspector verify through the use of either manufacturer's photometric data sheet, photometric site drawings, or through the site calibrated light level meter reading that the sign illuminations are the standard wall sign does not exceed the maximum luminance candles foot allowed under the appropriated area application as described in section 8.6.5.8. Memo from Conservation Agent from Ben Bazelak, Conservation Agent, in reference to the signed permit at 141 Newburyport Turnpike. Conservation Department has reviewed the application submittals provided by the applicant. The proposed activity illuminated sign installation is proposed to occur on the existing structure within the previously developed portion of the property. The property contains jurisdictional wetlands resource area subject to Wetlands Protection Act in the Town of Raleigh's Wetlands Protective Bylaws. The proposed activity does not appear to be subject to review and approval by the Raleigh Conservation Commission, nor does the proposed activity appear pose any negative effects or alterations within the 100-foot buffer zone to the bordering vegetation wetlands in the DEP approved groundwater protection area zone 2, where it is slated to occur on the property. Please advise me if I may be any further assistance. Brent. Frank, do you have anything to add to this?
No, not more than what I put in the memo there. It seems to comply with all the components of the bylaw that are in there for internally illuminated signs, so.
Okay. Any questions from the Board of Selectmen?
No, if there are no complaints from the building inspector and the other departments, I'm fine with it.
The application seems to be, everything seems to be in order here. With no problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's, no other comments other than what you just read, Mr. Chairman, to the
Comments
record.
from the audience.
Okay.
There is a comment from the building inspector, I guess, on the size, which would have to be taken up to the with the ZBA.
If it's over 10 square feet.
Okay.
It will be designed to stay within the parameters of the bylaws.
Okay. So it will stay within the 10 square feet. Okay. So, any other comments from the board? Nothing else? So we just need a vote. Any comments from the audience? None? Okay.
Okay, so if the board closes the hearing tonight, sorry,
Sure.
closes the hearing tonight, we have 10 days to type up the permit, file it with the town clerk. We'll stay there for a 20-day appeal period. And then Mr. Drinkwater would take it to the registry of deeds and record it.
Okay.
Since it's under the special permit statute.
You have anything to add, Mr. Drinkwater? Nothing? Okay. With that, do I have a motion to close the hearing?
I'll make a motion to close the hearing.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And then vote to either authorize it by supermajority vote, 2/3 vote of the board.
Do I have a motion to to approve the application?
I'll make a motion, we approve the application for Mr. Drinkwater for his Peach Wave self-serve
Okay, I have a motion.
store, yogurt store.
Do I have a second?
Second that.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Mr. Drinkwater, thank you for coming in tonight.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great night. Thank
We can always use
you very much.
the yogurt store.
Yes. Well, you're gonna get one.
Okay.
We're working on it.
All
Thanks
right.
again. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Okay. Okay. Okay, citizen query was over 15 minutes ago. Let's say that. 7:30. Bill passed to discuss Class 2 dealer's license application. Come on forward, Bill.
Come on down.
Come on down, that's right.
You sound like Ernie Bott.
Right. You makes a lot more money than I do.
Okay.
Plays a mean guitar too.
What's that?
Plays a mean guitar too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, do I have... Do we have something for... I can't seem to find it. There we go. Okay, thanks, Bob, you saved me. Okay,
That's what I'm here for, Mr. Chairman.
you're doing quite well. Appointment 7:30, Bill Pierce discuss Class 2 dealer's license application. William Pierce, Willie P's Classics, has submitted an application for Class 2 dealer's license for 266 Haverhill Street, rear. Mr. Pierce is seeking a 2-car limit license. Location was previously occupied by Auto Body Works. The building inspector has issued a certificate of occupancy. Mr. Pierce has submitted a $200 fee and a $25,000 bond. Also attached is correspondence from property owner to building inspector Ken Ward. If the Board of Selectmen is satisfied with the application, the board needs to vote to issue the license. The board can sign the license tonight. This is from Seacoast Realty Trust to Ken Ward. This correspondence is meant to confirm the vacancies at 266 Haverhill Street, Raleigh, Massachusetts. Dennis Skapich. Can you help me?
I can't pronounce it.
Scapaci? I'm sorry, Scapaci. Auto Body Works was served with eviction notice on October 11, 2011, and remained in his space for 6 months after the receipt of this notice, and terminated the space on March 1st, 2012. Gig Michard, first student, consolidated its operation on September 1st, 2010. The premises was vacated with the exception of several buses left in the building. The lease continued for another year, during which time they paid all rent and utilities. The actual termination date was August 31st, 2011. If there are any further questions, please do not hesitate to call me. Nicholas DiNatale, trustee. Okay. Okay. This is just the appointment, right?
Yeah, there's just some backup information on the
Back-
file. So, Mr. Chairman, this will be similar to Auto Body Works, same type of operation. I think that was more of a Corvette or restoration
Okay.
type, but Mr. Pierce is asking just for a 2-car limit. And this is in the rear part of 266, the front part already has
Mm-hmm.
used cars license. Mr. Mumley, and the name of the company.
Oh, Auto Pro, okay.
Auto Pro.
Auto Pro.
Bill, can you tell us any more about?
Yeah, I just wanted to show you some pictures.
Okay,
I think you may enjoy these. This is my inventory.
okay.
And I want to show you some of the publications that I advertise in. DuPont Registry is one of them, which is a pretty high-end type.
Oh, wow.
I deal in vehicles that are pretty special. It's a very small market. It's worldwide. I have a website.
57 Chevy here, the blue one?
No, that's a 58.
Oh, 58, okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, with the,
Slanted taillights there.
the worst thing in the world is show a bunch of guys' cars.
I know. I'll tell you. I advertise in these publications, which are not local. They go countrywide.
Okay,
You know, and my website goes worldwide. So, and like I said, a lot of people. It's kind of a. The only one that I advertise in locally would be Whoops Wheels, which is this one, which is a local publication. You know,
it's a Crown Vic here, I see.
55.
Crown Vic, yeah.
Yeah. I have a pretty good.
Dodge Charger,
Yep.
Magnum?
70. Yep. A 69 Roadrunner, 70 Roadrunner,
Impala, 50,
62.
62.
I have two of them.
I have a 61.
Yeah, it's 62. It's gorgeous. Red with a white top. 409 dual quads.
Oldsmobile 442.
Yep. I got a mix of muscle cars and
Corvette, Malibu, SS Super Sport. Remember that. 62, no, 64 Corvette Black.
yeah, that's a consignment.
Now we're getting into your stuff there, Robert.
we
The Model
we have
A.
a Model A here. Thanks, Bob.
Anytime, Bob.
You do great work.
And those are all handpicked, and when I do buy them, I go right through them, top to bottom. If you go to my website, you'll see some of the vehicles on it. They're just incredible.
Wow.
I got the bills to prove it. If I sell 2 or 3 cars a year, I'm doing all right. You know, it's
Yeah,
that
good
specialized. You know, it's a really it's kind of unique. I'm kind of semi-retired,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a 60s, 70s guy, but I love the 50s.
I think all of us are kind of 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now these, Bill, are these
we could turn the
current
clock
that
back.
you have now or ones you've had and sold?
I have them now.
All
They're in
these?
inventory. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. The 58 Impala is beautiful. That convertible.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looked like cream puff.
I'll tell you, it's got a 348 tri-power automatic transmission, 3 deuces.
Didn't they rust over the headlights of 58 Chevys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, oh yeah. But this parts, the NOS parts supply is that you can buy anything for those vehicles that you need, aftermarket type.
Just the way it was designed, and it was a catch-all for the road salt and sand.
Well, not only that, I guess during this Korean War too, I guess there was a shortage of sheet metal parts.
Steel, yeah.
I think that's the main reason why they did that.
Here you go, Stu.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. I just thought I'd bring it in. This here,
If anybody's tuning in right now, you've tuned in to Raleigh Classic Cars.
this is one of the publications I advertise in. You see my ad in there.
Really turning the clock back with the dice on the mirror.
I could live down this place. Not that I want to. My wife would appreciate that. That's my ad in that one. I advertise. Here's another one. That's Cruisin' Mag. They come out every quarter.
Here's a 50 Ford convertible.
I got a 49 that's gorgeous. 49 convertible. You want to roll the clock back, come see me. Here's my other ad right there. In the old car magazine. I advertise in a lot of different magazines. I have a pretty good sized budget on advertising.
Wow.
But it's the only way that I can get the word out, because that's why I didn't mind being out back, because I'm not really, it's by appointment only too, so
Yeah.
the only time anybody
Where's
sees.
the big show? The big show's out in Vegas?
Oh, that's Barrett Jackson, yeah.
55
Scottsdale,
Ford.
Arizona.
If you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, they're running on what's one of the cable channels.
Yeah, what they do is they tape it. on
Okay.
Speed Channel.
Speed channel.
Yeah, I get a
Okay.
lot of different information on that. I got, here's my other ad, What's the Wheels. I have about $500,000 worth of inventory there. It's taken me 66 years to get there, and it's not what I did full time, so, you know.
That 62 convertible shop,
The Impala?
yeah.
That's got a 409 dual quads, 4-speed. That's a beautiful car. That car's worth $75,000.
Whew.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Wow.
Not today, it's not. It's probably worth, I've gotten offers for 50, 55.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna sit on them because I can't
We
afford
see
to.
that.
I have too much in them, you know? My biggest fear is someone's gonna offer to buy one. I don't wanna let them go. I show them, I drive them,
Oh,
yeah. I got guys coming in, you know, and bring them in and show them. And it's like a little, it's pretty neat, you know?
What year is the Corvette?
Which one? There's
The
two.
red
black
one?
one?
Okay, the
The
red
red
one.
one.
okay.
That's a 82, 83?
Okay,
82, 83, that's a Malibu.
yeah, the gas pumps too.
Yeah, I got that. I have like a little, you know, with the tile, the black and white tile, you know, the
Pick-
checkered tile.
The pickers would like to find you.
The pickers, yes.
55 Chevy. They rusted over the wheel well too. That they had some foam on their sound in or something used to hold the moisture.
How much heavier were the cars then than now?
Oh, a lot
Way heavy.
Oh yeah,
I had a 50 Ford. We did good with hedges.
yeah. I got a 49 right now. It's a convertible. I bought it from
They
a
were heavy
retired.
still.
I bought it from a retired Supreme Court judge in Cameron, California. I bought it last year,
Wow.
and I put a Continental kit on it with dual exhaust. He had gone right through the whole car.
52 Ford
52. Yep. There's a flathead.
Flathead, yep.
V8 flathead. Yeah. I just thought I'd bring some in to show you that, you
Marvel.
know, kind of, it's pretty neat. I just wanted that, I have that in here, that Chevy is unbelievable.
That is a.
That's another $75,000 car. Look at the interior.
Wow.
It's like it just came out of the showroom.
Yeah.
There's the 49 that I bought from the judge. This car is unbelievable. You get a chance sometime. I'm down there.
Wait, just, Bill, 1 second, just to hold this up so people at home can see what we're looking at. There we go. 58. See if you can get in on that, Nate. See if they can hold this up just a little bit. It's just,
Jack had a 50 Ford.
that's quite a car.
That's a beautiful car.
That is a beautiful car.
That is a beautiful car.
Yeah. That was a classic color too, wasn't it? That-
Yeah,
that
aqua.
powder blue.
Aqua. That's a stock
Aqua?
car. That whole car is stock. There's no modifications in that vehicle whatsoever. It's all stock.
No.
You know, that's all been done over, of course. It's a complete off-frame rotisserie, you know, restoration. So,
Now, I've forgotten what we have to do. We've gone through all the
Vote on his
cars.
license.
We vote on his license, okay.
Do you have your Hawkinsby?
Everything,
oh yeah,
Everything's
all
in
set.
place.
oh yeah, I had.
Yeah.
okay, everything seems to be up to,
Everything's all set.
all right. So with that, any other discussion from the board besides we went through classic cars tonight? Okay. So with that, have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the application for an auto license for William Pierce
Okay, have a,
Willie's Classics.
okay,
Class 2 dealer's license.
Class 2 dealer's license at 266 Havel Street, rear.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Mr. Chairman, Amy will prepare that for the board's signature. If you could just stop by tomorrow or Wednesday, we should have that ready for you,
sound good for
probably
you?
Wednesday.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for coming in and thanks for
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
showing us the wheel.
I want to roll the clock back. Come on over. I got a nice coffee machine. I drink hot chocolates, but I have all the other stuff.
Someday I'd like to pop in and look at the cars.
If my car is back there, I'm there. You got to come by. No, really, you could. This is like, It's like a candy store. I was gonna put AKA Willie Candy Store. To me, it is.
There is a Willie's candy store.
Well,
Saul's
Good night, Bill.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, can you open that door a little? We can't. Yes, public meeting, gotta have the door open, thank you.
Okay, now 7:45.
7:45. We have the classic cars tonight.
Then you really don't know that it's there till someone comes in like this.
No?
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
That was different. Okay, 7:45, public hearing, liquor license application submitted by Eric Prince, EZEE LLC, EZEE Variety. I'll read the public notice. Notice of public hearing. Notice is hereby given in accordance with Chapter 138 of Massachusetts General Laws, as amended, that Raleigh Board of Selectmen will hold a public hearing on Monday, January 7th, 2013, at 7:45 in the Raleigh Town Hall, 139 Main Street, Raleigh, Massachusetts, upon the application of EZEE, or is that just EZ? Easy. No, that's easy. LLC, Easy Variety. Principals Eric Prince, 12 Woodland Road, Boxford, and Scott Silver, 268 High Street, Topsfield, on the application for section 15 package store license. Business is located at 300 Newburyport Turnpike, consisting of 2,400 square foot building in retail plaza. Anyone wishing to comment should attend the hearing. Written comments will be accepted. Robert Snow, Chairman, Board of Selectmen. Okay. With that, have a motion to open the hearing.
I'll make that motion that we open the hearing for the liquor license application submitted by Rich Prince, EZEE, doing business as EZEE Variety. Did we cover it?
Yeah. I have the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The applicant has paid all taxes, water bills, electric bills. The building inspector reported that the building permit has been issued for renovation at this unit, but an inspection has not yet been done and occupancy permit has not been issued. The police chief reported that he did not have any issues with the application. I'll read a memo from the health department. Okay. From the health department, the Raleigh Health Department does not have any application or floor plan for the proposed variety store at this address. The Board of Health licenses and permits may be required depending on the proposal. Okay. So I take it Mr. Silver,
And Eric Prince.
and Eric Prince. You want to come down so we don't have to? Thank you. Okay. And can I ask you for, just discuss your proposal?
Sure, we want to, move forward with a convenience store in this location. It was formerly Kathy's Kitchen.
Okay.
We'd like to, do a convenience store a little more upscale, but, have all the staples of a convenience store with beer and wine, lottery, and we're going to be doing a full renovation on the building. And I have about 15 years experience in this. I currently own a business in Beverly with beer and wine. I've had that for 13 years now.
Okay.
And that's about it in a nutshell. But any questions you have?
Okay. Any questions from the board?
No, I have, did a quick review of the application, seems to be in order, so.
Nobody has showed up, so there's no questions from the audience.
Did you bring in a floor plan for the Board of Health yet?
We're working on it right now.
All right,
'Cause we didn't want to put the cart before the horse, because it's kind of tough without
I understand.
getting a liquor license and then. But we're working, we have a floor plan right now that it's kind of being altered a little bit here and there as we kind of feel the space out. Right now, we're gutting the structure.
Right.
Gutting out Kathy's, so now we kind of really can feel where we're gonna put the coolers and so on and so forth, so.
Okay.
But, you know, Wendy knows I'll have something on file with her as soon as we get it
You're,
done.
you're the owner of the building.
Yeah.
That's right, you were
Yeah.
in last time,
Right.
Tough
Oh,
Tales.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're doing quite a business.
yeah, we're doing okay. Yeah, slow tonight.
Hmm?
They're slow tonight.
I was over there the other night.
Yeah, yeah. It's a nice clean place.
Yeah. Okay.
There is a floor plan with the application as required under the ABCC application.
Okay. It's in the back.
Maybe the last page of the package, not your package, Mr. Chairman, you have the original, but the other board members,
Oh, okay,
so that will go with the ABCC.
okay.
There's 2 entrances, 2 exits, 2,400 square feet, I believe, right?
Roughly.
So your frozen food cases will be up the back and into the right.
Correct.
Come in, okay. And then you'll have your convenience for the dry goods in the center,
Transaction counter will be kind of as you come in on the left-hand
on
side.
the left-hand side. Okay.
What are the hours of operation you're proposing? That will need to be on the license.
Okay, we'd like to, typically convenience businesses, the one I have in Beverly, we're open at 5, but I really don't see a need for being open that early in that area.
Okay.
But we're probably thinking like a 6 to 11, 6
to-
a.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay. Okay.
And
And just gonna be easy variety will be the
I think that's what we're gonna, yeah, like we are, that's the name we're gonna go, Easy Variety.
easy variety. Okay.
It looks a little confusing, but roll off the tongue a little easier.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Growing it.
after I just went through easy, yeah,
Now that,
easy variety.
that coupled with my name being spelled different is a little tough.
Okay. All right. So with that, we only just need a
I believe you're still in the hearing, so.
hearing process. So
if you're
any
ready to
other
close the
comments
hearing.
from anybody?
The police chief has no issues. I have none.
Okay. Anything else you add?
Not that I can think of.
A motion to close the hearing.
So moved.
Motion. I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Okay, now we're out of the hearing. Do I have a motion for the application?
I'll make that motion that we grant the liquor license application submitted by Eric's Prince, EZEE LLC, doing business as EZEE Variety. Did I get it right? Close enough.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, the board needs to sign where it says sign here, Form 43.
Yes. Okay. Sign on the right-hand side. All of us?
Local licensing authority
Yep. Okay.
on the left side. On the left side,
On the left side.
He's on the left side, I'm watching him.
okay.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah, they just changed their regulations, they're trying to move things fairly quickly, yes, for Department of Revenue, employee checks,
And they'll the inspector come out to meet
probably,
later.
maybe a month to 6 weeks.
Every time I go into El Tapatio, I think of some Mexican restaurant I've gone into down in Reynosa, Mexico. El Ranche reminds me of the place.
Really?
Really
It's pretty
does.
authentic, isn't it?
It sure is.
Some-
It really is.
Do you like it?
Oh, yeah. The food is very
I
good.
was there
Just like it?
Saturday night.
Yeah, good. You like it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's,
It's a good
I
move.
should add to that we just gave what I did, Easy variety.
Mhm.
300 Newburyport Turnpike,
Yes.
so they know the location, so.
Trying to get them to put in a suggestion box, kind of by the front. Talking to them about it now, because I think they need bigger TVs, so guys can go and watch the game, make it more of a,
Yeah.
I think that'll help their business.
I never get my face out of the plate, I'm sorry.
I hear you.
The weekends are pretty busy there.
Yeah, Monday through Wednesdays, we're slow
Good choice.
this year. Yeah. I think this area needed something like that. It's a different alternative. Yeah.
Worked out well. So, I guess that's it.
We all set?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
gentlemen.
Appreciate it.
Best of
Thank
luck.
you. Chairman,
Okay.
thank you. Appreciate it.
welcome.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
We'll see you.
Okay,
See you
take
again.
care.
Thanks so much.
Yep.
Yeah, Amy, thanks so much.
Thanks for all your help.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, moving on to new business number 2. File cabinet donation by Lane Bourne. Lane Bourne has offered the donation of a 5-drawer file cabinet to the town. We can think that we can use this in the Selectmen's office, Town Administrator's office. The Board of Selectmen needs to vote to accept the gift of the file cabinet from Lane Bourne. And the Board of Selectmen needs to vote to send Mr. Bourne a letter of thank you for the gift. First of all, let's, any discussions from the board?
No, we can always use a file cabinet, I guess.
Sure can. Okay, with that, do I have a motion to accept the file cabinet?
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we send Mr. Bourne a letter of thanking him for the gift of the 5-drawer file cabinet.
I have a motion,
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Lane, if you're home and you're watching, thank you so much. We appreciate the gift. Mr. Bourne is the former chairman of the Board of Selectmen here and a member of the Board of Selectmen. So again, Lane, thank you so much. Okay. Old business, update on Brad Street House and Barn. Deb, would you like to?
You know, I'm losing my voice.
Okay, then she's doing the voice, but
You want me to
Maybe
read it,
Mr.
Brian?
Murray could read it, please.
sure. Bob.
January 7th, 2013, to the Honorable Board of Selectmen from Deborah Egan, Town Administrator. Read Broad Street House and Barn Update. I am happy to inform you that the historic Broad Street House and Barn located at 239 Main Street was sold to Michael Sabatini on Friday, December 28th, 2012, following a request for proposals process which started last July, which was, I believe, the third set of proposals that we put out, Deb. So it went a little longer than July. Mr. Sabatini purchased the property for $285,001, which is the appraised price. It was pleasure to work with Mr. Sabatini during this process. He has restored other historical properties in the area and has an interest in not only restoring historical properties, but also in agriculture and farming operations. The property has a historic preservation restriction. The town is looking forward to having Mr. Sabatini as a neighbor now in this unique and beautiful location in the town. I wish to thank the Board of Selectmen for their patience during this long process. Deborah Egan. And Deb, from the other side of the table, as the Board of Selectmen, I wish to thank you, Amy, and Doreen for the tremendous amount of work that the three of you did on bringing this to fruition. I realize what was involved, as you know, and I am very much appreciative, and I would ask the board to be very much appreciative of the work that was done here.
Deb, you did a great job. I know this was such a long process, and we worked for how long? It had to be a couple of years?
we bought it in 2007.
2007 and more than that. And it
5
was a
years.
long, long process going through this, and with the economy the way where it was, and ups and downs and everything else, did a great job. Three of you. Thank you so much.
And Amy and Doreen just were fantastic through this whole process. And of course, Selectman Mary, thanks to you and your historical capabilities in helping us with the historic preservation restriction. And Bob, you were on the land use committee,
Yes, I
along
was.
with former Selectman Dick Cummings and a lot of other people that worked hard to subdivide a very unique property and location. So there's so many people in the town and people here, Karen Summit, Sean McFadden, just helped with the process. So
A lot of hard work.
It's finally
to get this
done.
Finally done. And we're all
Thank
smiling.
goodness.
And
yeah, yeah, and it's somebody that bought it that is from the town, and
Yes.
he has done a lot of historical restorations. He has a construction company, and that's one of his focus areas. And he enjoys farming and agriculture, and he grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
So
He has
he's
some,
very happy to be looking to the future down there.
His plans are very interesting, what he wants to do with the property. He wants to restore the barn and the house. And we might even be interested in the low-income housing portion of the project also.
Oh, wow.
So
That'd be
he's
great.
indicated an interest in that at some point.
So it was very nice working with Mr. Sabatini.
Yeah. He seemed like a very nice man. He
Yes.
seemed like a lot of energy.
Yes,
Dealing
yeah,
with this.
very driven, and so I think he's looking forward to restoring the house, and he understands the significance of
That's,
the property.
A lot of people happy all around.
that's exactly what that property needed, somebody young.
Yeah.
With lots of ambition.
Yes. So, closes that out.
Okay, excellent. So, moving on to old business number 2. Discuss site visit to the water department facility at 401 Central Street and related water department issues. So, with that, gentlemen, if you open up your packet. Okay, we have a number of pictures that we're going to show to the viewers at home, and also for us to discuss as we took I forget what day was it that we took the
That was
walkthrough?
December 13th.
December 13th, we did a walkthrough of the water department facilities. And, well, this is the still pictures, and as we go through each picture, gentlemen, that will, any comments or what you saw up there? And, anyways, we'll go from there, so. Nate, can you put the first picture up? Okay, this is the water department at 401 Central Street. This is the original part of the building. This is the facade of the water department facility. Okay, any comments, gentlemen, or
And it's actually the original building.
that's the original building?
Yeah.
Okay. Nate, number 2? Okay. This is the, again, this is the original part of the building. This is on the left side of the building, the common area and meeting room for the water department. The superintendent has a small desk located behind the half wall in the public area. Doorway to the back of the wall goes into the original garage. So that is where the water board meets. That table in the front, and in the back there's a long desk-like structure, and that center chair you can see just in front of the doorway. That is where the superintendent sits. Okay, so that is a combination of the board meeting area and the superintendent's office. Okay, can we move on to any comments from the board? As we go, just gentlemen, just jump in there. Okay, number 3. This is the original garage area. Okay, go to number 4, please, Nate. Okay, again, this is the garage area. That's just the camera was turned to the left. Next. Okay, this is the original garage area. This picture shows a piece of machine fabricating equipment that was obtained by the water department. Next, please. Okay, this is the entrance. Okay, this is the rear this where the picture was taken from is the original part of the building, and this is the doorway leading into the garage, the new garage facility. Okay, 7, please. Okay, this is the new garage addition. This picture shows a truck and water department backhoe and snow plows. You can see the garage to the door to the left. Okay, so where we just entered from, the doorway would be directly behind the photographer. Number 8, please. Again, this is the new garage addition. The view shows the 2 garage doors in the new addition. Number 9, please. Okay, this picture shows the new slop sink in samples only refrigerator and copy machine with trash bag over it. Okay, was that copy machine? Does that work, or is that? Does anybody know?
I don't think we asked.
Okay. Okay, number 10, please. Okay, we moved the copy machine out of the way. And this picture shows there's a washing machine hooked up behind the copy machine. The selectman asked the water superintendent if a washer and dryer had been on the plan, and the response was no. Number 2, please. Number 11, please. Okay. New garage addition. This picture shows the 3-quarter bathroom in the new garage addition. There are all new bathroom fixtures, and you can see that there's a new toilet and new shower. Next, please. Excuse me.
God bless you.
Thank you. New garage addition. Again, this picture shows the new shower in the new garage area addition. Next, please. New garage addition. This picture shows the bathroom sink and a lighted mirror in the new garage addition. Next, please. Number 14. This picture shows the ceiling bathroom light fixture in the new garage addition. 15, please. Okay. This top picture shows the new office off the hallway outside of the bathroom in the new garage addition.
Just as a comment, Mr. Chairman, there is a new bathroom in the garage addition. There's also an existing bathroom in the original building.
Okay. So now we have two
bathrooms.
2 bathrooms. Okay, thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman. New garage addition. Next picture, please. Okay, this picture shows 2 new desks, a flat panel computer monitor, printer, and file drawers in the new office area in the new garage.
Mr. Chairman, actually, the slide
Okay.
number 15 contains 2 pictures on it. One has the bulletin board.
Okay, this is,
In
okay.
the hallway, as you go in past the bathroom, and then the other is the first of the 2 new offices.
Okay,
So
all
that's,
right.
so
Okay, so
that pertains to the
this is-
language of 15.
This is 15B, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay, can we have the next one, please? Nate? Okay,
That's 16.
okay. This is 16. This picture shows the 2 new desks, flat panel computer monitors, printer, and file drawers in the new office area in the new garage. This is the first of 2 new offices we discovered in the garage addition. Any comments from the board?
Well, they were certainly very well-appointed offices, and one of the offices had a lot of space in it.
Mm-hmm. So this is downstairs in the new addition to the garage, And this is all new furniture, correct?
Appears that it is.
Yes, it appears to be.
All new furniture, okay. And is there any appropriation on the town warrant for this?
Well, we know that the accounting department flagged a few of the furniture invoices a couple months ago.
So there was no appropriation for this furniture. Okay. 17, please. Okay. So that office that you just saw would be, if you're looking at the furniture, that office would be to the left, okay? And where this picture was taken is the kitchen area into the lounge area, I guess. This picture shows a couch, wingback chair with ottoman. Television is in the section of the new break room in the new garage addition. I note that the cable outlet on the television was placed high up on the wall, as there should have been a wall-mounted television. Okay, the selectman asked where the furniture came from, and the superintendent said it was donated. We asked by whom, and we were not given a response. So as you can see, you can see the outlet up the top, and we were scratching our heads wondering why the outlet was so high, if that was for that TV right there. Okay, next please, Nate.
I think going back,
Okay.
just a minute on
Oh, sure.
17,
Can we go back one, Nate?
He's on it.
that we asked where the furniture came from.
Yes.
Be good if, to make our minds clear, that the ratepayers or the people that are supporting the water know who gave the
Yeah,
furniture.
and was there a vote to
Yeah.
accept it? Just
Yeah.
as we accepted
A
the
gift
file
tonight,
cabinet
a file
tonight.
cabinet.
from-
The Board of Selectmen has to accept all gifts
Yes,
To the town,
to the town.
The
the town
town.
department.
so it would have to come to us.
So, Mr. Murray, that would be something that would have to come across this table or the water board
No, it would be, the water board would put it across our table for acceptance,
for their use.
yes.
Okay.
They would say that they had
Well, I think
donated,
that,
that we would actually need an estimated cost, plus whoever it was that donated it, and then we would have to approve that donation.
yeah.
So let's make note of that we need an answer on this.
Yeah, I think it would be good because it's nice, usable stuff. They should be thanked for it, and we should be knowing.
We should know
Where it came from.
Where it came from, that's
Right.
correct, Jack. Absolutely. Next slide, please. Thank you, Nate. New garage addition, this picture shows the television in the break room. Okay. So again, we were questioning why the plug was so high in the cable up on the wall. Where would normally be coming in for a TV this size, would be coming in through in the floor area, as most people's houses will have a TV on a table like this. So,
This particular TV at this moment in time at least is sitting on a cooler chest on top of a chair.
yes, so we had a lot of questions when we saw this. It just didn't add up to us. Any other comments from the board? Okay, move on to number 19. Okay, this is, as you can see the chair that was in the break room, and now we've turned around and we're looking into, this picture shows the full kitchen in the new garage addition. And as you can see, there is a stove, cabinets, coffee maker on top of that. We'll get into that as we get a little bit closer. Any comments from the board?
Well, there again, we got a nice full size. We're talking 20 or 19.
We're talking, this is 19.
Okay, I'll wait till it gets.
Okay, can we have number 20, please? Okay, this picture shows a large, full-size refrigerator with ice maker. The selectman asked where this came from, and the superintendent said it was donated. We asked by whom. We were not given a response. So, with that, Jack?
There again, it's donated, it's a nice looking, we should know
Mm-hmm.
who it came from. And did they get a letter from the water board or wherever it's supposed to be? It'd be good to know who donated it.
Okay,
Should ask the question.
absolutely.
donated?
So let's make a note of that. Okay, number 21, please. This picture shows the 8 cabinets, 2 drawers, 3 shelves, a microwave, a new coffee maker, sink, and full-size oven, stove with a hood.
And I would say that the stove looked very new.
Mm-hmm.
Had very little use up to this point.
Does anybody remember this being on the town warrant?
Well, I think it's something that should be looked into here. There's quite a few items here.
Yes.
And it was see how the board voted to authorize to buy this, or who authorized this setup here for the kitchen, because it is a new expended capital. To speak for itself, it should be just to clarify. There's quite a bit of stuff here.
Huh?
Asked a question, the vote of the water board
I would like to know how this
was
got here.
how it got there.
And this was $100,000 appropriated 2006
Yes.
for the
Borrowing.
garage, and then
Borrowing, yeah.
and then there was another $40,000
Out of
For-
free cash,
out of
water department enterprise free cash.
okay, and that was for the garage. Nothing about appropriations of individual items. And any time we do anything, it has to go before town meeting for the people to vote on this. Okay, next, please. Okay, this picture shows kitchen sink, new coffee maker, new laminate granite countertops, new cabinets, a croissant coffee maker is on the high quality. It runs about $100. We need to find out who paid for it, how it got here. Oh, Bob, that's your pizza tray?
Pizza serving set in the foreground.
Not to say that it's yours, I'm saying that's
No,
the,
but that's, I questioned it at one point.
Yes.
It's as to where it came from.
Right there, Bob.
Yes. And it is there, so we know that they have it.
There again, I think we need answers for this too,
Mhm.
from the water board. Just simple, who did it, who was responsible for getting it there, and if the water board did it at a meeting or whatever, we just wanna know, simple, who approved it or whatever.
I think the part that disturbs me the most is that this obviously came from somewhere. These things that we're showing in these pictures are there. They came from somewhere. Some of them were claimed to be donated. We don't have the answer as to who did it or what the value was, the donation. But the part that disturbs me the most is that when we asked the chairman of the water board when he was here at our meeting the last time, they said that they gave us all of the information they had regarding the garage addition, as far as minutes of meetings and documents for the addition, contracts, insurance certificates, et cetera, et cetera. And he said that he gave us everything that they had, and not one of these items is mentioned anywhere as to the board accepting it, the board putting it out to bid, the board getting quotes, and there was none of that information available as far as they were concerned. And that's disturbing. Because obviously this stuff came from somewhere, and it's obviously brand new.
My guess would be that Coffee Maker came from Lowe's, because if I remember correctly, in a while back, we signed a bill from Lowe's for approximately $2,500, so that this may have been included, and perhaps the stove.
But there was no,
And what else, I don't know.
no paperwork to say that they went to Lowe's and got a price, or went to Home Depot, or went to anywhere to get a price for these things.
Well, let's go on, and then we'll come back to this,
Yep.
okay? Next, please. Okay, this is a picture that shows the stairs going to the second floor of the new garage addition. Okay, we're going up those stairs. Next, please. Okay, sign just says no public admittance beyond this point, tacked to the wall near the staircase. Okay, next, 25. Okay, this is on the second floor. There is a large private office area with 2 desks. This is the executive style new desk for the primary water operator with a flat panel computer monitor. Okay, let me remind you again, this is for the primary water operator of the water department. I was speechless when I saw this. This is an office that you would see for in the private sector for a general manager, the office size, and for a general manager, I should say, or a junior vice president in some companies. Again, this is the primary water operator's desk and office. Any comment?
Well, seeing what the superintendent, Mr. Rez, is sitting downstairs, and everyone that would open the door to come in, you could almost say, "How are you?" No privacy for the superintendent, and upstairs is these high-tech, you want to call it offices or whatever, that I think, it should have been in place for the superintendent to be. If someone comes and wants to meet with him in private, I mean, where he is down there, this should fit his need.
Well, I mean,
But there again,
you go into most businesses in a supervisor level, and then going up to a manager level. In the supervisor's area, usually there's cubicles and that type. When you get into a manager position, you go into an office. And this is, again, I'm speechless when I saw this.
Well, the other thing too that bothers me a little bit is we go back here that no public, this picture on 24, this picture shows a sign, "No public admittance beyond this point," tacked to the wall near the stairway. What makes it so private? It's a run business. I mean,
and also you look, this is all brand new office desks. in wraparound desk. Again, you go into a business. Usually, you see a general manager or a junior vice president with an operation like this.
Yeah.
Can we have the next slide, please? Okay, this is the other side of the room, okay? This picture shows another view of the large private office of a second older desk and flat panel computer monitor. I understand this is the secondary water operator's desk. Is this area?
I believe so.
Okay, so this office upstairs, as you can see the size of it, is for the primary and secondary operator. This is, and the super, again, as Selectman Cook said, the superintendent is downstairs in a general area
Yeah.
where they conduct the water board meetings. And we have the primary and secondary operators, water operators, technicians, upstairs. And basically an executive suite.
Yeah, in a new suite, right.
Okay. Nate, can the next picture, please? Okay. So the executive style desk is to the left, and the other older desk is to the right. And now this picture shows the office from another angle. As you can see, it's quite large office. Next, please. Okay, this is the shows the cable mount that was roughed out for the upper wall. Okay, this is for the TV hookup downstairs, correct? Or is this upstairs?
This is in the second floor.
This is on the
And
second
then
floor,
second garage.
so we have looks like a cable hookup up high on the wall for a TV, I take it.
There's an overhead door there. They have an attic above the second floor.
Anyways, this looks like a TV hookup on the wall, upper portion of the wall that you would have for
There, I can't tell from the pictures too.
a flat panels TV.
Okay.
It would,
Yeah.
I can only guess. Next, please. Okay, this picture shows the thermostat and the hookup for a cable.
So this,
Okay, oh, it's a split. This is a split. Okay, this is between the two. Okay, this is slide
20, 29.
29.
29.
Same
Okay,
floor.
all right. Next, please. Okay, this is that the thermostat? Oh, no, that's
That's the roughed out area.
the roughed out area for a cable hookup? Is that another one? Next, please. Okay.
Now, the original building.
Okay. This picture shows the second restroom, apparently the original restroom in the building. This is the handicap accessible restroom. Okay, this is in the original section of the building, correct?
Located
The old
in
building.
garage.
Of the old building.
Right.
Okay, the original portion.
Yeah.
Located in the garage portion of the original.
Yeah.
building.
Next, please. Okay, this is shows the sink in the existing original restroom. How many restrooms do they have up there?
There's two.
Two?
One in
Two.
the original building, one in the garage.
In the new building,
Okay.
yeah.
This picture shows, next one, please. Okay, this picture shows the second copier in the room in the original building. This appears to be new doors and frames in the office with fresh coat of paint. Okay. Next, please. This picture shows a small work area with a computer server off the room we just showed you. There appears to be a new desk and table in this room. The walls appear to have a fresh coat of paint on them. Next, please. Okay, there's the
server.
There's the server. Okay, and that's that goes with the picture before it. So the picture that we saw before was as you entered, and then this is to the right in that room. Okay, next, please, Nate. Okay, this picture shows a second kitchen area in the original building. There appear to be two new cabinets, a countertop, a microwave sits high on the shelf over nothing. So it is not clear if this area is planned to have an appliance, such as a refrigerator, placed in this area. Okay, so we go to the next one. And this is both part of what I just repeated. Okay. Again, that's all part of that. This is the old kitchen area. Okay. Nate, next. Okay, in this office area we showed you, slide 32, there is an old style desk and room. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, this is, okay.
The split.
This is just the ceiling fan that's in there. Next, please.
This is in the old building. The old section.
Yeah,
of
this is in the old section of
in
the
this
building.
sort of empty work area, office. I don't know what it is.
In the office area we showed you, in slide 32, there is an older style desk in the room. The walls seem to have been freshly painted, and there appears to be a new ceiling fan. That was the fan that we saw in the last slide. Any comments from the board as we going along here? Okay. Next, please.
So, Mr. Chairman, the pictures that we have following now, were taken after the board's site visit meeting.
Okay.
And these were pictures that you took
This
after
is
the meeting ended.
after the meeting had ended. I walked around the building with my camera, and I took these pictures. Okay, so this
So
is
the rest of the board hasn't seen these pictures.
Okay. The outside of the new addition. These pictures show the new garage door in the garage addition. Next. Okay. This is the new garage addition. This shows the doors in the new addition. Next, please.
Okay, he's just rolling over into a new file
Okay.
now. It'll take 5 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, actually, that's. Okay, there's where we are.
Okay. If you notice that here, there's 2 posts. There's a post to the right, and then there's another one over to the corner of the building, metal post. Could you go to the next slide, Nate? These 2 gates, okay. There were three large gates. There was all the 3 of them were to be hung on those posts. As I understand, these have not been hung to this date, correct? For some
Yeah, they're
reason.
not up.
They're not up.
I drove through there.
Okay, there's some kind of a problem with the gates?
To me, the highway just installed nice gates down there. And the other thing is with these gates, I don't know when the board got prices or whatever, but I think they paid 3, if I remember right. It was in bills. It was 3 different.
I think we have pictures.
bills.
I went over and I took pictures of that. We'll see those. Now, these 3 gates, if I remember correctly from looking at the bills, totaled $6,600. Is that correct? Do you remember that?
2,200 apiece. I believe.
2,200 apiece.
6,600.
So each one of these gates cost $2,200. And there was, and they came across to us not as one bill.
Three different
Three
bills, that's what
different
I'm
bills.
saying.
That's correct.
Okay.
Did they go out, my question would be, did they ask, anything over 5,000, you have to get a telephone quote or get a bid from different people, am I right, Debbie? Anything over 5,000?
Under 30B, if it's 5,000 and over, if it's under Chapter 30, 39M, it'd be 10,000 and over. So it just depends on the statute. So if you have a supply and installation of a fence or a gate, that's considered a public works construction project. So that would fall into Chapter 30, 39M because it's for the supply and installation. Once you install something into the ground, like the cemetery fence, it becomes a public works construction project. So it's a little different. If you're just buying a good, an item, then it would follow under Chapter 30B, so it would be 5,000 or more. I'm not sure, because
Well,
I'm not sure what the contract was for this
But this,
gates or whatever.
did they get quotes, or how did the bid come about to get these ordered? And the other thing was,
I don't know.
were they, we paid 2,200 3 times would be 66. Were them supposed to be installed, or were they just made and brought, like we're looking there, laid on the ground, and then someone has to, the employees, I mean,
Yeah.
it would be a good question to ask.
Why,
The
why,
board.
why, I don't understand.
Or
When-
where the vote
When you have
come.
work done, any kind of work, okay, around your house, you don't, your contractor, you buy that piece of hardware or something, you don't write separate bills, it's all one total of bill. Why do we have 3 bills here?
Well, that's a question.
I don't know, when the selectmen asked for information, they were looking for the garage renovation project, so the information did not include the gates. I don't think we know anything about the gates until you saw them there at the facility in the parking lot after the meeting. So we haven't posed that question to the board.
Oh, I think it's a good question.
I don't understand
balls to
why
the
do they come, if you're having gates made, you have all 3 gates and you pay for them all at once. Why are we have 3 bills here? And they total $6,600. But then again, we need to find out about, did the procurement law come into play here?
I don't understand why these 3 gates cost $6,600 in the highway department.
Well, we'll see that. I went over and I took pictures, so we'll go continue on. Okay. Moving. Next, please. Nate, when you have a chance, when you have the next slide. Oh. Go back live. Nate, do you have any more, do you have the other slides there? We may have a little bit of technical difficulty here, because we have additional slides besides this.
Computer's freezing. Okay, thanks. The computer's freezing down there.
Oh, the computer's freezing, so we'll just wait a second, maybe as we've all had computer problems, especially when you have large file images, you have a tendency sometimes to lock up your computer. So I think everybody at home has had the same problem. I'll try to unfreeze the computer and give it a second here. the board have any thoughts on what we've seen so far? Okay, let me see if I can.
Well, my opinion on it, as just one member, that we should have the water board back in at a meeting, whenever, and discuss the things that we got here that are concerning us, and should have some votes, records, or whatever. And I don't think we saw all that. That Selectman Mary said that a lot of the stuff that we got, they couldn't
There wasn't any paperwork when we asked
indication
the
what they
questions.
did this and what they did that.
There was no minutes of any of the meetings
Yeah.
where the votes were taken to authorize going out to bid or to award bids.
Well, someone had to. Someone in the water department had to say, John Doe, you're gonna do this. We hired you to do this.
Somebody,
I mean,
somebody had to give the okay
That's
to
exactly
get this.
right.
But the thing, again, when you have office furniture, that's a capital item.
Right.
When you have kitchen items, appliances, those are capital items. When you have, like I said, office furniture and all that, those are all capital items.
Well, new bathroom was a capital item.
Capital items for that. So at any time you have that, that has to go before town meeting and be itemized and for the people to vote on it.
And the actual article that appropriated the money for the garage restoration, which was, there was a foundation there already from the previous owner. It had to be replaced because the blocks were not protected, and they, through the years between thawing and freezing, were deteriorating. So the water board came before the town meeting and asked to $100,000 to do the garage, put it to where it should belong. Seems like now.
Doesn't look like it's gonna fix itself anytime soon, so do you have the pictures?
I have the pictures, I'll hold them up.
We can do a zoom in thing.
Okay,
if you want.
when you zoom in and we'll go through the pictures. Thank you, Nate. I guess the computer is still frozen up. We'll just wait till Nate gets back down in the control room.
The article itself stated that it was for storage of water department equipment, and also that there were storage trailers that would be eliminated and would no longer be needed there when they got the $100,000. When they voted the extra $40,000 to do the completion, it was tied into the 2006 article, which read the same way. So there was never any mention about creating office space, creating bathrooms, or anything like that. As far as that article was concerned, it was to build a garage for storage. That's what the article said. So, I mean, to me, there's a question there whether they actually exceeded their authority by doing the rest of this work, putting in a lounge and a kitchen and office space, and then abandoning office space in the newer building, which it appeared to be when we went down there and looked at the other areas.
And
There was nothing there. I mean, there was no utensils, nothing. So that obviously had been abandoned. And we couldn't get any real answer as to what that was going to be used for. Whether they're going to use it as office space for something else. But it was just, it was bare. There was no furniture, there were no chairs, there was nothing.
I saw nothing wrong with what was there in the original portion of the building.
No, I agree. So, I mean, there's a number of questions here that have to be asked. I mean, did we, in fact, the town of Raleigh, through the operation of the water department, violate 30B? The procurement laws of the state of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We need to answer those questions. We need to have those questions answered, because the town is liable for this.
Very disturbing.
Debbie, do we have a last year's town report?
Okay. I'm gonna hold up, well, I'm gonna have Bob hold up. Bob, you're gonna hold the slides up,
Let me
okay?
get something. Thank you.
Nate, if you can zoom in on this. After I left the water department, I drove around to different town buildings and I took pictures of different offices. Okay, this is at 39 Central Street, the annex, and this picture shows the office of the Raleigh Conservation Commission. This is Brent Baslak's office. Okay. Then, Bob, if you hold this one up, Nate, zoom in on that. This again is 39 Central Street, and this shows the office of the Raleigh Board of Health. Okay, this is all in the same area. Okay, the conservation office, it's divided by office equipment, by shelving in cubicles. Okay, Bob, next. This is also in that same working area, and this picture shows the office of the Raleigh Planning Board. Okay, again, this office is divided really by a cubicle and by file cabinets. Bob, next. As many of you will recognize, this picture shows the meeting room of several town boards and commissions. This is when you tune into the planning board or you tune into the Conservation Commission. This is where they meet. This again is 39 Central Street. Okay, next. Another picture, 39 Central Street. This picture shows the inspection office of the department, of the inspection office. Okay, this is where you go to get a building permit, electrical permit, gas permit. Bob, next. Another picture, and the gentleman sitting at the desk. He sits just at a table. That's Ken Ward. That's the building inspector. Okay, next. And many of you will recognize this next picture. This is the Council on Aging Department. Okay. Next, Bob. This is this Council on Aging. This is really the activity area. Many of you who go over to the council will recognize this. Okay, next. Another picture of the activity area of the Council on Aging. Okay, you can see that. And then the next picture, another one of the Council on Aging. Okay, that's the kitchen area. Okay, take a look at that. Okay, then I took a ride over and I went to the Highway Department. You can see Scott Levitt, our highway surveyor. He's there. That's his office. Then, these two pictures. Jack, I'll let you comment on these after I just make a comment. This is the Highway Department. These are the two gates that the Highway Department these are three of the two gates, correct? There's another gate, as I remember, besides this. Okay, and these gates were how much?
I think they were $2,900.
$2,900.
$3,050 installed.
$3,050 installed.
Still? Okay.
Okay, and we were talking of the other three gates, but the water department was $6,600
Still on the ground, not installed.
and not installed. Okay. Here's another picture of the highway department. This is on Independence Street, okay? It's one of the gates. Again, Stu, they were how much?
$3,050 installed.
$3,050 installed for 4 gates, correct? I think there's 4. There's 2 swinging gates on each side.
Yeah, what's in the back? Is there anything that, when you drive around by the light department or not?
I'm not sure.
There is,
Yes,
Bob?
Yes, there is. There's one of the gates is there.
One of the gates is
It's
there,
actually a double gate.
a double gate. Okay.
Okay.
So there's
Okay.
4. I didn't go in the back.
It's 4 gates. Okay.
Yeah.
For $3,000, we have,
Water departments are a little bit heavier steel, not that much heavier.
okay, Bob, thank you. Well, gentlemen, let's have a discussion. What do you think?
So Jim, and so you, in your packet, you have the notes. and
Oh,
then,
yes.
Then there's another memo in there.
Okay, let me read this into the record. Okay. The site visit to 401 Central Street showed the board many things. Garage addition. First point of discussion is the garage addition. The votes of the 2006 and 2012 town meetings approved funding for the construction of a new garage addition to the existing building at 401 Central Street. It is quite clear that the water board exceeded the authorization from the town meeting and not only built a garage, but also 2 offices, a full kitchen, lounge area, and 3-quarter bathroom. A primary and secondary operators share a large private executive suite style office on the 2nd floor of the garage. The other 2 operators share a new office on the 1st floor of the new garage addition. Essentially, the new garage addition consists of the following: new garage that houses the backhoe and other vehicles and equipment. New 3-quarter bathroom, which consists of a sink, lighted mirror, toilet, and shower. New full kitchen, which consists of a full-size refrigerator, sink, full-size oven, stove, sink, microwave, coffee maker, several cabinets, and drawers for storing utensils, food, dishes, and pans, and a table that seats 4. A lounge area with a couch, easy chair, ottoman, television. A new office area on the 1st floor of the new garage addition with 2 workstations. New executive style private office on the 2nd floor of the garage with a large executive style desk and 1 smaller older desk. Then also a washer dryer hookup. The kitchen, bathroom, lounge, washer and dryer hookup, the 1st floor office and 2nd floor office suite exceed the authorization of the town meeting to build a garage to store exceed the authorization of the town meeting to build a garage to store vehicles. If the water board wanted to proceed with the construction of these offices, bathroom, kitchen, lounge, and a 2nd floor, it should have come back to town meeting with these plans. This is not a garage. A person can actually live in this portion of the garage. Again, as I said facetiously, it's like an in-law apartment. It was pretty damn close when I went up there. The purchase of the desk, office fixture, etc., should have been placed on an article at town meeting. How does the board feel after the site visit, reviewing these photos? We need to meet with the water board to discuss these. Now, I think we need to have the water board in ASAP to meet with us. How does the board feel?
Well, I think we need to make sure that they've got some answers for these things that have transpired. The last time we had them in here, we asked for documentation to show us what they had done there, and the documentation was not presented. So I think we need to, again, ask for the documentation that we require when we purchase new materials and do new projects.
And Mr. Mayor, I absolutely agree. It is now the 7th of January. We had a meeting with them on the 10th of December. We had them in here.
Okay.
And, and I feel that a significant amount of time they've had to go through items and look at this whole area and to bring, I think we need to bring them in here next week, request that they appear here at a joint meeting between the Board of Selectmen and the water commissioners, and to sit and answer the questions that have arisen tonight. We did a walkthrough with the superintendent. I imagine that he has talked to the commissioners, and the commission should have had enough time. I mean, that was the 13th, and we should have a sufficient amount of time for the commission to sit and talk about this. Have they met? I don't even know. Have they met in a meeting since then?
I don't know.
How does the board feel?
Totally agree, we should get some answers on these items that are brought up tonight. Because the things that we looked and saw, evidence that are there, someone should tell us how they got there, who went, the board and bought them, and capital expense.
How do these gifts get there? The gifts. I think that's the first thing.
Exactly.
Okay. And I think the next thing is, how did the office furniture get there? How did the items for the stove and the refrigerator, not the refrigerator, but the microwave, the cabinets, how did that get installed? The gates.
Yeah, that's, do you know how long ago that was, Stu, that we got the gates there? Was it October, November, or how, does anyone know when them came?
We probably signed the bills, time flies,
November?
probably 6 to 8 weeks ago.
Have to look it up.
So they could have been installed. Why weren't they installed?
That's another question. Why
I
are they
mean, they're
laying on the
laying
ground?
there.
They're still there.
Yeah. And the other thing too is I just did a ride through when there was a thing in our folder from the water board that when the addition was done, they were going to get do away with a trailer down there. They're keeping parts. So I'm wondering, there's another expense that we're paying rent on a trailer, which should be undercover in there. And the other thing, we have a lot of materials outside there that are worth thousands of dollars out there, that any guy without that gate being there for protection, there is someone could drive up there and load something in there. I mean, some big gates out there and stuff, you know, that if you had that gate across, it would, you know, theft or something down there, that's...
Well, I think we need to know.
The big thing is, I think we gotta really sit down with this water board and get answers. Someone ordered to buy the gate, I mean, the fence.
Who ordered the gate? Who ordered the gates?
We're gonna have to ask that
Why do we
question.
have three? I think one of the questions, why do we have three bills? I mean, this totals $6,600, and why do we have three bills of $2,200 each?
I think that question was asked when they were here on the 10th, as you mentioned. And we didn't receive an answer as to why some of these bills were obviously split. We have a contractor's bill that was submitted as a quote. It's not actually a bill, it was a quote from the information they provided us. That was requested to have the materials removed from it and only place the labor in it, because they said they wanted to buy the materials themselves, which can be done. And yet, once that quote was signed, there were 4 change orders within the following week to that contract. And I don't understand how that happens. And that question was asked, and we did not receive an answer. So I definitely think we need to have them come back and talk to us and explain this to us as to what is really going on here. I think one of the things the taxpayers in the town of Raleigh have to realize is that the town itself, as the Board of Selectmen, we can only raise our revenue by 2.5%, Proposition 2.5, plus whatever new growth there is. That's all the money we have to work with. Yet, the water board can sit down and vote to raise the rates for the water users by a simple board vote, and then spend this money. And I would like to know why it's being spent this way.
Well, we're over the $140,000 by $30,000.
Right.
Approximately $20,000 to $30,000. We are over that expenditure, and we are using expense money. Basically, that we are using expense money to
Pay
do
for these
capital
things.
to do capital projects.
Right. They ran out of the appropriated money for the garage project in November of 2012. And yet a lot of this work had been done after that. Particularly the finish type work, where the cabinets were installed, the bathroom was plumbed, etc., etc.
And the people of Raleigh never got to vote on this,
No.
which they're supposed to be able to at town meeting.
So I have to agree with the rest of the board members, if they do agree, that we actually ask the board to come back in and we sit down with them and have them explain to us these questions that we are asking tonight as to why these things happened and where is the documentation that allows us to do this by state law. Because certainly we cannot split bills, we cannot play games with billing and splitting bills and to make it look like it's under the $5,000. It's just not appropriate, and we need to address it.
When they left here on the 10th, we told them that we were going to reconvene. We had more questions to ask.
And we were waiting for the tour to do that. So we have had the tour, and we've showed what we found tonight through photographs and explanations. So I think it's time to call them back in.
Got a motion from the board?
I'll make that motion that we try to, for next week, what would that be, the 14th? I think it's, we shouldn't drag on it, to come in and talk to us, and we get everything down here that we're gonna be asking questions, and we're concerned. I
So,
mean, like,
we have
Selectman Mary said, it's a taxpayer, not really the taxpayer here, it's the rate holders here that are, it's on our bills and that,
And I guess I have one more question, if you want to, maybe we should take that vote first.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we
I'll
have,
make the motion
we
that
have
we
a
have the
motion.
water with a joint meeting with us,
joint meeting on the 14th.
14th.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There was one other issue with I noticed when I was signing the warrants last Friday, and that was there was a number of rebates that were issued by the water department. And
Oh, yes.
one of the rebates was for $11,006.52, and the second one was for
Yeah, here it is here.
$4,615.04,
Okay.
which came to a total of approximately between $14,000 and $15,000.
Wow.
That seemed to be a little bit out of line to me.
I was at that meeting, the last meeting, I believe. And Ipswich Bay Glass came in, and they weren't looking for something for nothing, but come to find out, the water department's willing to split the difference, and the gentleman from Ipswich Bay Glass said, I'm willing, you take the reading, a correct reading of something, and I do that. And I will split the difference, and he said, well, you wished you did it the other way, but that's all right. However, the reason that happened, they put the wrong head on the wrong meter or something, and read wrong.
Well, we actually asked the water board
That was their answer.
to explain why they were making these refunds. And one of the things is, for one of the customers, the $11,000 customer, it says here, we changed out the new meter head in 10 of 2011. It would be October of 2011. And it says we installed the wrong meter head on the wrong body. Now, I can't imagine these professional people who now have professional offices are making these kinds of mistakes. Why does this happen? I can see where it might happen once in a while, but we're talking $11,000 here. Also, it says on the other one that was $4,000, we started the new meter with the wrong reading. Why are these happening when we're dealing supposedly with professional people that are running this department? I mean, I think there's something inherently wrong here. I don't know where it comes down to. But we need explanations as to why this type of a situation arises and it's not caught until it gets up to $15,000, and we have to make rebates to these people. I mean, that, in my mind, is shaking the very foundation of this department. Why should we have confidence in them when these things are happening?
And the other thing too is, that's over a year old on that, and like, the billing should be catching this.
They claim there's no more estimating now, to be actual.
Actual reading?
Actual,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
everyone's supposed to be.
We're estimating. And
I know they're that outfit up there, I mean, they're a big customer. I mean, they use water,
Obviously.
just like power. Electric light, you know the bills are gonna be higher than my house, or anyone's house, you know. You gotta get some, like, I don't know. Gotta get the answers in here when.
They need to come in and then just sit down and need to answer these questions that we've raised tonight.
Chairman Story, you didn't finish your notes.
Oh, okay, let me finish reading. Okay, and I'm gonna reiterate a little bit here. The gates. After the meeting, Chairman Snow saw there were 3 large gates lying on the side of the driveway going into the back of the building. Why are these gates lying on the side of the driveway? Why are the posts placed into the ground with no gates on them? How much did the water department pay for these gates? After seeing quotes, the highway department purchased 4 gates for a total of $3,050, which included installation. The water board needs to answer our questions on the gates that are lying on the embankment at 401 Central Street. Original building at 401 Central Street. Chairman Snow would like to make a few comments on the original building at 401 Central Street. First, the superintendent works on a small desk in a large open area. The superintendent has no privacy and no real workspace. The superintendent has to lay out papers on a half wall. The priority of the water board should be to make sure the superintendent has adequate workspace and secure office. The original building has a modest kitchen area, and these appear to be a location for a refrigerator in a kitchen. Why would they need a second kitchen? The existing building also has a restroom. The other work and meeting spaces in the town. As you've seen, Mr. Snow toured a few other work areas in the town so that we can get an overall sense of the workspaces other town departments. We showed pictures of the Conservation Commission office. We have a very active 7-member commission, and their agent works out of a modest cubicle at the annex. The health and planning departments also work out of cubicles. The annex meeting room is very busy during the day and in the evening, and despite its small size and worn-out appearance, we are able to make do with this common area. We need to be consistent throughout the town. The town can't raise taxes more than 2.5%, yet the water board commissioners can raise rates by a board vote. We cannot sit on the Board of Selectmen and allow this to continue. The work done in the garage far exceeds what the town meeting authorized. I recommend that we bring the water board, which we voted on, into next week's meeting to go over our assessment of the work done in the garage and the gates, in the garage and also the gates. We need to find out more about these gates and how much they cost and where the prices were solicited. Why aren't they installed like the highway department gates? And then on a separate issue, the water board has submitted payments for refunds at Gateway, and Bob, Vice Chairman Mary, has gone over that, $11,006.52 for Gateway 2 Trust, and also Ipswich Bay Glass for $4,615.04 in this week's bills payable cycle. The water department has submitted a response for these abatements. And we saw those in the memos. What time should we schedule the meeting also? What do we have on for next week?
So we have another illuminated signed special permit application, separate one. Excuse me. We may be having an executive session too.
Okay.
On another matter.
So we have a illuminated sign, probably what?
7:15.
7:15, and then do you have anything else for next?
Just maybe an executive session, I'm not sure, that may need to be held earlier in the agenda. I'm still working that out, so would just like to say maybe 7:45 or 7:30.
7:30. We should be able to handle a sign in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, let's do 7:30. Sound good, gentlemen? Okay, so 7:30 we'll have them in. Okay. Enough of that. Unless anybody can think of anything else. Okay, has everybody read the minutes for December 3rd, 2012? Everybody read them?
Yeah.
Okay. Any comments?
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as printed for December 3rd, 2012.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. December 10th, 2012. Has everybody read them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as printed for December 10th, 2012.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh. Wait a minute, I didn't get a second. I'm sorry. Let's do that again. I got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
I jumped the gun. Okay. Executive session for December 10th, 2012. Everybody read them?
Actually, I can't act on it.
You can't act
I
on
was
that.
I was not present
Okay.
during the executive session.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I have a
Accept
motion.
the minutes of executive session on December 10th. No, December 10th,
10, 12,
2012.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Give an abstention, right?
I abstained, yes.
Okay. Minutes of, for December 13th. Okay, do I have a motion for the minutes, special meeting, December 13th, that was up at the Water Board?
I'll make that motion.
I'll have to abstain, I was not there. I went up the
I'll
day
second.
before.
Yeah.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
With one abstention. Okay, this, I'll have to abstain from this because I was not here. This is for the board minutes for December 17th, 2012. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
With one abstention, myself. Okay. Okay, just some reminders, the Raleigh Food Pantry is in need of donations. The Raleigh Food Pantry is open Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Thursdays from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I saw one of the women who worked at the pantry, and she told me, need of everything. So it's really a tough time of year, so anything you can drop off. There's a drop-off basket at the library. And again, the food pantry, they do great work, and they're located behind the parsonage beside the Baptist church. Again, their hours are Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Thursdays from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. The town has the following vacant seats: planning board full member, planning board associate member, and zoning board of appeals associate, 3 open seats. So if you're interested, please get in touch with the Selectmen's office here. Thank you. Also, we have a battery recycling box which is located out in the corridor. Those for D-size batteries, AA's, any kind of dry cell battery that you would want to drop off and dispose of. Alkaline batteries, you can do it. Again, it's right across from the town clerk's office. It's a little green box. And I know this gets filled up all the time and it gets recycled, so it's a good place. Instead of throwing your batteries in the trash, you know, drop them off down here at Town Hall.
Actually, since we've started discussing that and putting the box in and making the announcements, I've had several people come up and say we needed a place to take their batteries, and they've been actually bringing them here to recycle. So that's a good idea. It's good.
I've been riding around with some of my pickup in the pocket in the door that I keep forgetting to bring it in.
Well, what I do is I put a little plastic bag by the cellar stairs, and I just keep throwing my batteries in, and then it fills up, and I just bring them down here. So again, we don't need them in the landfills. You can drop them off here. It's a good way of being green. Okay. So with that, we have to go into a executive session.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I am going to recuse myself from the executive session
Okay.
at this time.
All right.
Gentlemen, have a good evening.
Okay.
Because you're not going to reopen in open session again.
No, we're not. And you're running out the door.
I'm running out the door.
Find out how Alabama's doing.
Can you wait 1 second?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll call for a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing strategy in respect to collective bargaining, because an open session meeting may have detrimental effect on negotiating position of the town, and not to enter back into open session. Ask a member of the board to make a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor by roll call vote?
Aye, Jack Cook.
I, Robert Snow.
I, Stu Delzell.
Okay. We'll go into executive. Thank you all. We'll see you next week. Thank you again. Good night.